Bees are amazing creatures. They buzz from flower to flower, collecting sweet nectar. We all love their honey, a golden treat. But bees have a secret weapon, a sting. This sting helps them protect themselves and their home, the beehive. A bee sting can be painful. It makes us jump back and cry out. Bees are crucial for our planet. They pollinate plants, helping our food grow. But there's a mystery surrounding their stings. Why would a tiny bee risk its life to sting? It seems like a very dangerous thing to do. When a honeybee stings, something incredible happens. It's a moment of sacrifice. The bee gives its life to protect the colony. Imagine a brave soldier defending their home. That's what a bee does when it stings. But why does this happen? Why does a sting mean the end for a bee? What makes their sting so powerful and final? We will explore the fascinating world of bees and their stings. We will learn why they sting and what happens afterwards. Get ready to discover the shocking truth about bees and their stings. It's a story of courage, sacrifice, and the amazing power of nature. To understand why bees sting and why they sometimes die, we need to look inside a bee. Don't worry, we won't need a microscope for this. Imagine a tiny bee. At the end of its abdomen, where its body tapers, lies its secret weapon, the stinger. This stinger isn't just a sharp point, it's a complex system designed to deliver venom. The stinger is connected to a venom sac inside the bee's body. This sac holds the bee's venom, a special liquid that causes pain and swelling. Think of it like a tiny balloon filled with something that hurts. When a bee stings, muscles around this venom sac contract, squeezing the venom through the stinger and into the victim. The venom sac is like a little factory inside the bee. It constantly produces and stores venom, ensuring the bee is always ready to defend itself or its hive. This venom is a mixture of different chemicals, each with a specific purpose. Some chemicals cause pain, some cause swelling, and others help the venom spread through the victim's skin. Imagine being stung by a bee. You feel a sharp prick as the stinger penetrates your skin, followed by a burning sensation as the venom enters your body. The area around the sting might become red and swollen. These reactions are all thanks to the powerful cocktail of chemicals in the bee's venom. Now here's the most fascinating part. The bee's stinger has tiny barbs, like little hooks along its edge. These barbs are what make bee stings so painful and unfortunately deadly for the bee. When a bee stings a human or other mammal with thick skin, these barbs get stuck. Imagine trying to pull a fishhook out of a tough leather jacket. It's not easy. The same principle applies to a bee's barbed stinger. As the bee tries to pull its stinger free, it often gets lodged in the victim's skin. This is where the tragedy unfolds, leading to the bee's ultimate sacrifice, which we will explore in the next part. Bees are generally peaceful creatures. They spend their days buzzing from flower to flower, their tiny bodies laden with pollen. Their primary focus is collecting nectar and pollen to feed themselves and their colony. Stinging is a last resort, a desperate act of self-preservation when they feel threatened. Imagine yourself as a tiny bee, dwarfed by a giant human. The human might seem intimidating, even if they mean no harm. A bee's stinger is its only weapon, its way of saying, "Back off, I'm not an easy target." The pain inflicted by a sting serves as a deterrent, teaching larger animals to think twice before approaching a bee or its hive. If a single bee feels threatened, it might sting to protect itself. However, when the entire hive is at risk, the bees launch a coordinated defense. The hive is the heart of the bee colony, home to their queen, their food stores, and their young. Protecting the hive is paramount, even if it means sacrificing their lives. Think of the hive as a fortress with worker bees acting as its loyal soldiers. If an intruder, be it a hungry bear, a curious raccoon, or even a human, gets too close to the hive, the bees go into high alert. Guard bees stationed at the entrance release alarm pheromones, chemical signals that spread through the hive, rousing the colony to action. Alarm pheromones are incredibly effective in mobilizing the bee defenses. These invisible chemical messages travel through the air, instantly alerting every bee within range of the impending danger. The scent of these pheromones triggers an aggressive response in the bees, preparing them to attack and repel the perceived threat. Imagine the alarm pheromones as an invisible battle cry, rallying the bees to defend their home. The scent of these pheromones is so powerful that it can even linger on clothing or skin, making someone who has been stung once more likely to be stung again by nearby bees. The more bees that sting, the stronger the alarm pheromones become, creating a feedback loop that amplifies the defensive response. While most bee stings are a result of perceived threats, sometimes stings happen accidentally. A bee might mistake a brightly colored shirt for a flower and land on it, only to feel threatened when the person wearing the shirt swats at it. Similarly, a bee might get trapped in someone's hair or clothing, leading to a sting in its attempt to free itself. It's important to remember that bees don't sting out of malice or spite. They sting out of instinct, to protect themselves or their colony. By understanding the reasons behind bee stings, we can learn to coexist with these fascinating creatures and appreciate the crucial role they play in our ecosystem. Picture this. A bee, sensing danger in its environment, prepares to sting with instinctive precision. It lands on the perceived threat, its tiny legs gripping the surface tightly, ready for action. The bee flexes its abdomen, carefully aiming its stinger with surprising accuracy and focus. Then, with a quick, forceful jab, the stinger pierces the skin in a split second. In that instant, the bee's stinger, a marvel of natural engineering, penetrates the skin's outer layer. The sensation is sharp, sudden, and absolutely unmistakable. It's a feeling many of us know all too well, the piercing pain of a bee sting, unforgettable and intense. As the stinger penetrates the skin, the bee's venom sac contracts. This tiny sac, filled with a potent cocktail of chemicals, pumps its contents through the stinger and into the victim's body. The venom, designed to cause pain and deter attackers, begins to work its magic immediately. But that's not all. As the bee stings, it also releases alarm pheromones into the air. These chemical signals, invisible to the human eye, but easily detected by other bees, serve as a rallying cry. They alert nearby bees to the threat, essentially calling for backup. Having delivered its sting, the bee instinctively attempts to withdraw its stinger. However, this is where the bee's anatomy works against it. Unlike wasps and hornets, which have smooth stingers, honeybees have barbed stingers. These tiny barbs, facing backward like the teeth of a fishhook, catch on the victim's skin, making it difficult for the bee to pull its stinger free. The bee struggles to break free, its tiny muscles working furiously. But the barbs hold fast, anchoring the stinger firmly in place. It's a race against time, and unfortunately for the bee, time is not on its side. Back at the sting site, the venom begins to take effect. The area around the sting may turn red and start to swell. The pain, initially sharp and intense, may subside into a dull ache or throbbing sensation. The severity of the reaction varies from person to person depending on individual sensitivity to bee venom. Meanwhile, the bee, still desperately trying to free itself, faces a heartbreaking consequence. As it pulls away, its stinger, firmly embedded in the victim's skin, is torn from its abdomen. This traumatic injury, leaving a gaping wound in the bee's body, seals its fate. We've learned that a bee's stinger is barbed, but why is this significant? Imagine those barbs like tiny hooks catching onto the tough fibers of our skin. The harder the bee pulls, the deeper those barbs embed, making it nearly impossible for the bee to escape unscathed. This design, while seemingly cruel, is a testament to the bee's unwavering commitment to protecting its colony. These barbs aren't just for show, they play a crucial role in maximizing the effectiveness of the sting. As the bee attempts to withdraw its stinger, the barbs ensure that the venom sac, along with its muscles and venom glands, is ripped from the bee's abdomen. This violent separation leaves behind a gaping wound, a testament to the bee's selfless act. The detachment of the stinger and venom apparatus is a catastrophic event for the bee. Unlike many other insects, the honeybee's stinger is barbed, designed to lodge firmly in the thick skin of mammals. When the bee tries to fly away after stinging, the barbs anchor the stinger in place, causing the bee's lower abdomen to tear apart as it pulls away. This is not just a minor injury, it's a fatal sacrifice. It's as if a part of the bee's internal organs has been torn away. The stinger is not just a simple needle, it's connected to the bee's digestive tract, muscles, and nerves. When it's ripped out, it drags with it vital tissues and organs, leaving the bee fatally wounded and exposed. The wound, located at the end of the abdomen, is often too severe for the bee to survive. Most honeybees die within minutes or hours after losing their stinger, succumbing to the trauma and loss of bodily fluids. This self-destructive act is a one-way mission, a final stand in defense of the colony. Imagine the trauma of such an injury, the pain and the shock that the bee must experience. The bee's nervous system is overwhelmed, and its body is left in a state of distress. It may struggle briefly, but the damage is irreversible. But the damage doesn't end there. The act of stinging sets off a chain reaction that continues even after the bee has flown or fallen away. The venom sac, left embedded in the victim's skin, continues to pump venom. This is because the muscles attached to the venom sac keep contracting even after being separated from the bee's body. Muscles surrounding the sac contract rhythmically, ensuring that every last drop of venom is injected into the wound. This automatic process can last for several minutes, maximizing the amount of venom delivered and intensifying the pain for the recipient. This prolonged venom delivery maximizes the pain and deterrent effect, making it less likely for the attacker to target the hive or other bees in the vicinity. The bee's ultimate sacrifice serves a greater purpose, protecting the colony from threats, even at the cost of its own life. From an individual bee's perspective, dying after stinging seems like a terrible strategy. However, from the perspective of the colony's survival, it makes perfect sense. Honeybees are social insects, living in highly organized colonies with a strict division of labor. The survival of the colony depends on the queen, who is responsible for laying eggs and maintaining the population. Worker bees, the ones that sting, are all female and genetically programmed to protect the colony at all costs. Their sacrifice ensures the safety of the queen and the continuation of their genetic line. It's a remarkable example of kin selection, where individuals prioritize the survival of their relatives over their own well-being. It's important to note that not all bees die after stinging. In fact, honeybees are somewhat unique in this regard. Other stinging insects such as wasps and hornets have smooth stingers that allow them to sting multiple times without suffering fatal consequences. So, why the difference? The answer likely lies in the different defensive strategies employed by these insects. Wasps and hornets are generally more aggressive and rely on their stings for both offense and defense. Honeybees, on the other hand, are primarily focused on foraging and honey production. Their stings are a last resort, a desperate measure to protect their precious hive and queen. We've journeyed deep into the world of bees, exploring the intricate lives of these remarkable insects. Their world is one of constant motion, cooperation, and purpose, where every bee plays a vital role in the survival of the colony. From the moment a bee emerges, it is destined to serve, to protect, and to contribute to something far greater than itself. Along the way, we've uncovered the mystery of their stings, a defense mechanism that is as fascinating as it is formidable. The sting of a bee is not just a tool for protection, it is a symbol of the lengths to which these creatures will go to defend their home and their kin. What might seem like a simple act of defense is actually a complex and poignant story of sacrifice. When a honeybee stings, it does so knowing that it may not survive the act. This ultimate sacrifice is made not out of malice, but out of an unwavering commitment to the greater good of the colony. The honeybee's barbed stinger, a weapon of last resort, is uniquely designed to embed itself in the skin of intruders. Once used, the bee cannot retrieve it, and this act often leads to its own demise. Yet, this selfless act is a testament to the courage and dedication that defines the honeybee. This unwavering dedication these tiny creatures have to their colony's survival is nothing short of extraordinary. Each bee, no matter how small, is willing to give everything for the safety and prosperity of the hive. Their sense of duty and loyalty is a powerful reminder of the strength found in unity. Their willingness to give their lives for the greater good is a humbling reminder of the interconnectedness of nature. In the world of bees, the needs of the many truly outweigh the needs of the few, and every sacrifice serves a purpose. This interconnectedness extends far beyond the hive. Bees are essential pollinators, forming relationships with countless plants and other creatures. Their actions ripple through the ecosystem, supporting life in ways both seen and unseen. The pain of a bee sting, though unpleasant, is a small price to pay for the vital role bees play in our world. It serves as a reminder of the delicate balance that exists in nature, and the powerful forces that shape our environment. Each sting, each act of defense, is a testament to the incredible forces at play in the natural world. Bees remind us that even the smallest creatures can have a profound impact on the world around them. It's a reminder that even the smallest creatures play vital roles in maintaining the delicate balance of our ecosystems. Without bees, many of the plants we rely on for food and beauty would struggle to survive. Their tireless work ensures that flowers bloom, fruits ripen, and life continues to flourish. The world as we know it would be vastly different without their quiet, persistent efforts. The honeybee's sacrifice ensures the pollination of countless plants, supporting not only their own species but also the entire web of life that depends on them. In the end, their courage and dedication contribute to the food we eat, the beauty of the world around us, and the very fabric of life on Earth. The legacy of the honeybee is one of bravery, selflessness, and an enduring connection to all living things. As we've learned, honeybees are not aggressive creatures seeking to inflict pain. Instead, they are gentle pollinators, quietly going about their work, playing a crucial role in the health of our ecosystems. When we encounter a honeybee, we are witnessing a tiny marvel of nature focused on gathering nectar and pollen, not on causing harm. Their presence in our gardens and fields is a sign of a thriving, balanced environment. They sting out of defense, protecting their home and queen with a courage that earns our respect. Each sting is a last resort, a selfless act to defend their colony, often at the cost of their own lives. This remarkable bravery is a testament to the deep social bonds and sense of duty that honeybees possess. Their actions remind us that even the smallest creatures can display extraordinary courage when it comes to safeguarding their community. Their declining populations, threatened by habitat loss, pesticide use, and climate change, should be a wake-up call to us all. Every year, millions of bees vanish, leaving behind silent fields and empty hives. The loss of wildflowers, the spread of harmful chemicals, and the warming climate are all taking a toll on these vital pollinators. Without bees, our food supply, natural landscapes, and biodiversity are at risk. Their struggle is a warning sign that the balance of nature is in jeopardy. The fate of these remarkable creatures is intertwined with our own. Bees are responsible for pollinating a third of the food we eat, from fruits and vegetables to nuts and seeds. Their tireless work supports not only our agriculture but also the wild plants that sustain countless other species. When we protect bees, we are also protecting the web of life that supports us all. Let us remember the honeybee's sacrifice not with fear but with a newfound appreciation for their vital role in our world. Each time we see a bee, let it remind us of the intricate connections that bind all living things. Their presence is a gift, a symbol of resilience and harmony in nature. By supporting sustainable practices, planting bee-friendly gardens, and educating others about the importance of bees, we can help ensure that these buzzing wonders continue to grace our planet for generations to come. Simple actions, like avoiding pesticides, growing native flowers, and providing safe habitats can make a world of difference. Together, we can create a future where bees and people thrive side by side. Their survival is our responsibility, a shared duty to protect the delicate balance of nature that sustains us all. By standing up for bees, we are standing up for the health of our planet, our communities, and future generations. Let us honor the honeybee by becoming stewards of the natural world, ensuring that their gentle hum continues to echo through our gardens and fields for years to come.